Bitcoin is pumping. Is this now the breakout we have waiting for days, or is it another fake out and Bitcoin will crash in the next few days? We want to talk about this topic in this video together with Finn and Liam. I will update you about the most important news and also price levels on the Bitcoin charts for the next few hours. Also, we have some really interesting on-chain data. For example, we want to talk about the latest whale activities. They have bought a lot of Bitcoins in the last few days and hours. What does that mean for the Bitcoin price right now? Finn will tell you, and also he will talk about the most important support and resistance zones from an on-chain data view. After that, Liam will update you on the latest chart patterns and also about the most important price and resistance level. If you liked the video in the end, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Let's start the video. Let's go.
In the on-chain data news, we will today talk about the in and out of money around price, because it could indicate whether we will see a continuation of the correction we saw in the last few weeks, or we maybe see a reversal, and why the current price range we are trading at between the 40,000 or at between the 42,000 and the 44,500 is probably one of the most significant price zones we see at the moment. In this chart we can see the in and out of money around price, which means we can see the total volume traded in a specific price range and how many addresses have traded in this price range. And we can clearly see that between the 42,000 and the 44,500 there have been a very big total volume of traded Bitcoin. So this indicates that this price range could be a strong resistance or a strong support depending in which direction we will leave this price range. So if we can close significant day or weekly close above the 44,500 or below the $40,000 or the $40,500, in my opinion this could lead to a trend which will probably continue for the next few weeks. So if we leave this price range, this would be a big sign for Bitcoin where the price would move in the next few weeks, in my opinion. For that we have further information in the on-chain data. We can especially look at the number of addresses with over 1,000 Bitcoin per wallet. We have saw a pretty significant decline while we saw the Bitcoin spot ETF approval, and then the price also corrected. But now we have saw a really big rise in addresses with over 1,000 Bitcoin. So this indicates a probably pretty bullish sign that we could probably leave this significant price range to the upside and could lead us into the next few weeks seeing a big move to the upside. But for sure, if we're not seeing any significant close above the 44,500 or maybe even the 45,000, it's not clear where this trend will lead. For sure, we can also look at this chart right here, which indicates the US spot Bitcoin ETFs excluding GBTC, which is Grayscale. Grayscale is the only one which is selling big amounts of Bitcoin, but you also have to mention GBTC had really big amounts of Bitcoin before the approval because it was just converted into a spot ETF. So we had pretty big outflows of GBTC, but all the other ETFs combined it more than filled the selling pressure. We had saw an outflow of GBTC of around 140,000 Bitcoin, and we have an inflow of all the other spot ETFs to more than 100 or close to 190,000. 190,000 is also the amount that MicroStrategy is holding, which is one of the biggest single Bitcoin holders in the world at existence at the moment. So we can also see how important the US spot Bitcoin ETFs are currently, and they probably will be more important in the future. So it's really important to have a look at the spot ETF flows, which we are always doing here on this channel every day, so you guys know if there is any important changes in the spot ETF flows. For now, we can clearly see we have a positive spot Bitcoin flow, not just because of these ETFs. We have to include GBTC there. So GBTC, as I already told you, have sold nearly 140,000 Bitcoins, but we have accumulated all over the other spot ETFs nearly 187,000. So we have still a positive flow of more than 40,000 Bitcoins. So this is a pretty good sign, and hopefully this will continue. So this will have a massive positive impact on the Bitcoin market. But if the selling pressure of GBTC continues and the other spot ETFs will not continue the accumulation which we saw in the last few weeks, weeks, but is also slowing down at the moment, this could be also a very big sign for a reversal. So we always must have a look at these flows we see right here, which we always will on this channel right here. But for now, I would say for today, we'll have a look at the charts, which will do Liam today. So I will give on to him.
Guys, we saw a massive breakout at the Bitcoin price finally, and now it is very interesting to see where we will close the day candle, because if we are closing above 43,500 US dollars, so above the price we are currently at, this will be a very bullish sign. But if we are closing below this resistance line here, or this resistance zone here, this will be maybe a bearish sign. So guys, let's go forward to the day chart and see what we have here. So we break out through two important resistance line here. First of all, this resistance trend line, which is drawn in from this top to this top here, and the day candle yesterday closed below this, and the day candle today break out to the upside after a little wick to the downside here. So for now it looks very bullish, but if we are not closing above the 43,500, then we will maybe see a dump at the Bitcoin price, because then we will get, or we would have, another reject from this resistance zone here, as we saw, for example, here and here for a couple of times. So guys, this would be very important for the Bitcoin price to have this bullish day close here. Also, we can see that we break out through the 50-day moving average here. So if we had, or if we have a day close above 43,500, this would be a very bullish sign above many indicators. So guys, let's go forward to the 4-hourly chart to see what we have on the hourlies. On the hourly chart, we can also recognize our resistance zone here. So it is also very important that the next 4-hourly candle in 1.5 hours closes above this, or at least above our trend line here, our trend resistance here, which is currently at approximately 43,300 US dollar. So it would be very nice or very bullish for the Bitcoin price to close above 300 or 43,300 US dollar. So basically, if we are going above this zone and close like maybe above 44,000 US dollar, this would be very bullish for the Bitcoin price, because we also have this zone here where we have very much volume which was traded here. And so it is very important for the Bitcoin price to come above this zone, close above this zone with a 4-hourly candle, and then it is open for us to the upside, to break out to the upside. And the breakout target of our symmetrical triangle, which finally break out, is at approximately 45,200 US dollars. So from this point, this would be another 4% to the breakout target. So if you are trading with a 25x leverage, you will make 100% profit on your margin. And guys, this is very interesting. I also opened a long position, but I opened it at around 43,000 US dollars. So at the moment, it is very uninteresting. It is in profit like approximately 15 or 20%. So I will show you this when it is more in profit, or when we are more up with the Bitcoin price. So guys, keep an eye on this here. Keep an eye on the 4-hourly close and on the day close, especially because it is very important for us to leave this zone from 43,300 to 43,800 US dollar below us, so that we can break out to the upside and reach the breakout target of our symmetrical triangle. And guys, this was the chart analysis and the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we see us in the next video tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.